right, welcome everybody. My name is Walter Alcorn. I am the Hunter Mill District Supervisor. Those of you not from Hunter Mill District, welcome to Hunter Mill District. Also, welcome to the town of Vienna. And you know, it's wonderful to be here. This is a great Arbor Day. I don't know if other people remember Arbor Day being a big thing when they were growing up. It was certainly, you know, a big thing. I remember when I was growing up, and you know, it was something. Oh yeah, this is when we go out and plant a tree. Well, guess what? We are planting trees today. It's a really important time to do this here in the town of Vienna. And before we get into the positive stuff, I just want to acknowledge the work of some of the folks here who have really gone above and beyond to protect our environment and to try to make sure that we have responsible stewardship of our environment. First and foremost, Paul Gilbert from Nova Parks. Paul. You know, we've had this issue with a certain major power company. And, you know, as part of those discussions, Paul really has been not just the advocate for the environment, for the trees, for Nova Parks, but frankly, the advocate for our broader community. You know, this is a park system that runs how many miles?
45 miles.
45 miles. So unfortunately, this segment of the parks really took the brunt of this. The mayor as well. The mayor has been an amazing advocate for the town of Vienna, for the residents, for the trees. And, you know, even though we really have not been able to be successful in saving these trees, I think the fact that we are here and we have a rebirth of trees really does show how important it is to come back, to basically double down on our environmental issues and do what we can to make this a better place. And we do still, thank goodness, have wonderful trees. It's such a gorgeous tree right there. You know, and we have a few that we've been able to keep in this area. But one day, if we all live long enough, these trees will grow, maybe not to that size, because I know they're not planned to go that big, but still, that is a fundamental issue of Arbor Day, which is growth and rebirth. So that's something we can celebrate today. So I do, at this point, want to stop rambling on and turn it over to somebody that really knows about all this and somebody who we owe a great debt of gratitude for the stewardship of this park and the W&OD Trail, Paul Baldino. Thank you. Or no, it's going to Paul. That's the other Paul. There we go, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
I don't deserve that much gratitude, but I am honored to represent the board of directors of Nova Parks at this commemoration of Arbor Day and planting of trees. There's one for each of the 6 jurisdictions that are the members of Nova Parks. There are Arlington, Fairfax, and Loudoun counties, and the cities of Alexandria, Fairfax, and Falls Church. And of course, there's a 7th tree for our host, the beautiful town of Vienna. It's fitting that we're planting redbud trees today. Because of the redbud's early spring bloom and heart-shaped leaves, redbuds are associated with new beginnings, with hope, and with rebirth. And so our member jurisdictions are united in support of the W&OD Trail. We were shocked when Dominion Energy clear-cut trees and shrubs along the trail from Vienna to Dunloring and announced plans to continue aggressive cutting along the remainder of the 37 miles of trail under its transmission lines. These actions violated a 2005 Memorandum of Understanding that controlled cutting and prescribed replanting along the trail. The W&OD is possibly the most popular park in the state of Virginia. We have an estimated 3 million visitors each year. It's a recreation and transportation route with a green border that absorbs stormwater and greenhouse gases and provides wildlife habitat and cooling shade. We don't question Dominion's need to prune trees with the potential to interfere with transmission lines, but we do object to the wholesale clearing of vegetation in a public park. Each of our member jurisdictions and the town of Vienna passed separate resolutions calling on Dominion to stop the cutting and adopt a selective and thoughtful approach. Building on these resolutions, we've given Dominion a draft MOU that calls on them to restore the area from Vienna to Dunloring and to partner with us in managing the natural resources of W&OD Regional Park. We're looking for selective pruning, restoration of impacted areas, and help in managing invasive vegetation. We're completely confident that we can address Dominion's need for the safety of its transmission lines and still protect and enhance our beloved park. So thank you.
And I'm going to speak before the
Oh,
vote.
please.
Yep. Thank you, Paul. And this MOU is really a very big deal. It really does set a benchmark for Dominion. But there's a second announcement we have today, which is also very exciting. So I know you all have gathered here to observe this beautiful building behind us. It is a stunning architectural statement. The news that we have is that this week, Nova Parks in the town of Vienna signed an option agreement to acquire 2 properties, this being one of them, and then the historic bank building just across the street being the other. And it's an exciting option, and Vienna sits in the geographic center of the 45-mile W&OD Trail. And with this, it can be the hub of the W&OD Trail, because our plan is to take that building down and put up a visitor center, a W&OD visitor center.
All right.
It has the potential to be quite an iconic thing in the town of Vienna. The trail itself can go right up to it, and it will really do great things. So over the coming months, we will be both looking for funding for this project, and also in joint planning with the town of Vienna, where we're going to work on planning both the visitor center and dual trails, similar to what we have done in Falls Church. So dual trails is when we separate pedestrians from cyclists, and it really is the vision we have for all the urban cores along the W&OD. I think in the coming decade or decades, that will become the norm, and it really is transformational. It will change the trail in important ways and make it a promenade. So it'll, in addition to being safer, it will be a better user experience. It will become with the visitor center and the dual trails, this will become a hub of the W&OD. It will become central to the community, central to economic development, central to all those things that we are jointly trying to do. Town of Vienna was created because of the train, and now it can be expanded and improved even more with this beautiful vision of an enhanced W&OD trail that, with the MOU, hopefully will also have ecological value, transportation value, historic value, cultural value, community value. So we're very excited about this. And with that, I turn it over to Mayor Colbert.
Okay, thank you everybody for coming today. It's a gorgeous day, right? The rain held off, and the rain's gonna water our trees later, so that'll be good. Well, this is a very exciting day for the town of Vienna's history. First, as we celebrate Arbor Day, we can look forward to watching these beautiful symbolic trees mature and restore some of the natural habitat lost to Dominion Energy's recent clear cutting along our trail. And I just want to say that working with Paul Gilbert, working with Delegate Siebold, working with Supervisor Alcorn has been amazing. We have all been just a united front, and I think we're going to get somewhere. So we're not giving up, and we're going to continue working, just as Paul Baldino mentioned with the MOU. Well, second, thanks to our collected effort with Nova Parks and Congressman Jerry Connolly, we have had the opportunity to explore the transformational potential of this partnership to create something very special here in the heart of Vienna. The proposed visitor center and the additional town space has the potential to create an attractive destination for visitors and support our local businesses. And the visioning process is just the beginning. And if the feasibility study supports it, the transformation will lead to a monumental boost for our local economy. I really do. I really believe that. We owe a debt of gratitude to both Nova Parks and to Congressman Jerry Connolly for working with us so diligently on the visioning process, and especially to Congressman Connolly for obtaining federal funding to help support this project. Yep. That's a big deal. So moving forward, we look forward to learning the results of the environmental study and in engaging our residents and our businesses in the visioning process over the course of the next 2 years. The future looks bright, and we are so excited to work together to consider the possibilities. Thank you.
Next, let me introduce Delegate Holly Siebold, who has been a stalwart champion throughout this process.
Thank you all for being here today. Wow, happy Arbor Day. What a great way to celebrate out here on the town green. Such a great idea. And thank you to Nova Parks for being here. You all do such amazing work. And to our Mayor Colbert, who's always there for us, and our Supervisor Alcorn. And I also want to commend Paul Gilbert for your relentless efforts in helping us with our tree situation, say it politely. Back in December, I started getting emails from constituents, and I really didn't understand what was happening. There was rumors that the trees were going to be impacted by the transmission lines and the work that Dominion was doing. And I came out here with many of the Nova Parks representatives, and the mayor was there. It was early December, and I think someone from Supervisor Alcorn's office was there, and we pleaded with Dominion not to do this. We said, please be very intentional with our trees. They are essential to our trail, to our town green. And we basically, the response from Dominion was, we own the easement. We're doing a favor. We're letting you partake in this conversation. And so it was very detrimental, and it was very upsetting to all of us who were part of these early conversations. And even then, I don't think we realized the impact that was about to happen. Fast forward a few weeks later, the trail was closed down. Dominion was at work, and all we were able to do really at the end of that week was go start walking back into the trail and see what had happened. And it was devastating to all of us. So at that point, it was, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are you going to do, Dominion, to restore our beautiful trail? And the leaders that you see up here really doubled down, and as well as our council members as well. I'm sorry, I should have also mentioned you at the beginning. Really doubled down and really fought hard back against Dominion and said, you need to fix the situation and you need to replant. And so here we are 4 months later, and we're still standing here, and we are not about to give up. Particularly on this Arbor Day, we're going to continue to stand up and speak out and push back and say our trees are important to us, and we expect and I love the MOU. I love the MOU they put together. It's very reasonable. And I do expect Dominion to agree to those terms. If we need to solve that legislatively, that's something that we may have to address. But yes. But I think what you're presenting, of course, and I think what you're presenting here is reasonable, and it's going to be beautiful for our town. So again, happy Arbor Day. Looking forward to working with you all in the months ahead, and continue to enjoy our beautiful town and our beautiful parks. Thank you. Thank you.
So next we're going to plant some trees, and I would suggest we have town council members.
2, 3.
And then we get, larger group, and we can each take a shovel and let's mark this well photographically with video, and then we can fill in the rest of the holes.